These captivating vintage photos offer a glimpse of Atlantic City in the 1960s, long before gambling was legalized and major hotel chains moved in. The images are part of Glen Fairweather's collection. Incorporated on May 1, 1854, Atlantic City was formed from parts of Egg Harbor Township and Galloway Township. Nestled on Absecon Island, it borders Absecon, Brigantine, Egg Harbor Township, Galloway Township, Pleasantville, Ventnor City, and the Atlantic Ocean. The city's proximity to large population centres, along with convenient, affordable train access, made it a popular escape for people seeking relief from the heat of the cities, offering a cool coastal retreat during the summer months. Atlantic City flourished, providing lodging, dining, entertainment, and amusements for people of all ages, tastes, and budgets. Attractions like the iconic Boardwalk, amusement piers, live shows, and beauty pageants drew large crowds, including many famous figures, year after year. From the 1880s to the 1940s, Atlantic City was a premier vacation spot. In the 1920s, it became a key stop for theatrical productions looking to make it to Broadway and beyond. From the 1930s through the 1960s, Kentucky Avenue gained fame for its nightlife, with legendary venues like Club Harlem hosting the biggest names in jazz. During World War II, the city offered more than just entertainment. It became a military training site and a recovery center for wounded soldiers. However, by the 1950s, the rise of air travel to destinations like Florida and the Caribbean began to reduce Atlantic City's appeal as a resort. By the 1960s, the city was struggling with economic and social challenges common to many urban centers, compounded by a decline in tourism. The once thriving hotels suffered from high vacancy rates, and many were either shut down, repurposed as affordable apartments, or converted into nursing homes by the end of the decade. As gambling legislation moved forward, many of these historic hotels were demolished. Properties like the Breakers, the Chelsea, the Brighton, the Shelburne, the Mayflower, the Traymore, and the Marlborough Blenheim were taken down in the 1970s and 1980s. Among the pre-casino resorts that lined the Boardwalk, only a few, such as the Claridge, the Dennis, the Ritz-Carlton, and Haddon Hall, still stand today, incorporated into Bally's Atlantic City, a condo complex, and Resorts Atlantic City. In 1978, the Ambassador Hotel was purchased by Ramada and transformed into the Tropicana Casino and Resort, leaving only the building's steel framework intact. Smaller hotels off the Boardwalk, such as the Madison, also survived. To revitalize the city, New Jersey voters passed a referendum in 1976, legalizing casino gambling in Atlantic City. This followed a failed attempt in 1974 to approve the legislation. Following the referendum, the owners of the Chalfonte Haddon Hall Hotel began converting it into Resorts International, which opened as the first legal casino in the eastern U.S. on May 26, 1978. Other casinos soon followed along the Boardwalk and later in the Marina District, bringing the total number of casinos to 9 today. However, the introduction of gambling did not immediately resolve many of the city's underlying issues. In some ways, it exacerbated them, creating a stark divide between the glitzy tourist areas and the struggling working-class neighborhoods. While Atlantic City's casinos never quite rivaled Las Vegas as the nation's top gambling destination, the city gained significant attention through boxing. Promoter Donald Trump helped bring high-profile boxing matches to the city, drawing crowds and boosting its image as a top gambling hub. In the 1980s, boxer Mike Tyson's fights in Atlantic City helped the city gain nationwide recognition as a premier destination for sports and gambling. As time went on, high-rise condominiums were built to serve as permanent residences or second homes, contributing to the city's transformation. By the end of the decade, Atlantic City had become one of the most popular tourist destinations in the United States.